Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happy day at work, wherever you're watching. Welcome back to another wonderful installment of Waaaay Offsides. Me and Bill will be kind of running the show for a little while tonight. Michael had to step out. Jeff will jump in about 9:30. You noticed I was absent a little this past week. I kind of been traveling, got a special guest lined up for us. Took a lot of money to get here, but we'll get right to it. We've got the Tranfer Portal on with us tonight.
Hello.
Right.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
Hello.
Look at this.
Hi. Hello.
So,
So do we call you Mr. Portal? Do we call you
Or-
Transfer? How would you
or
prefer?
TP,
I prefer
TP?
Mr. Portal.
Mr. Portal.
Not TP from
Oh.
my bunghole?
Well, look.
Mr. Portal.
Well,
Mr. Portal.
Mr. Portal, the first thing I want to ask you, I see this little outfit you got on. So, where are you headed somewhere?
Oh, see, yes. I pack my shit and I go to Florida.
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 Oh, boy.
Florida. Gainesville,
what-
my friend.
what-
Gainesville.
What's
Okay.
going on in Gainesville?
Nothing yet, but he's coming. I promise.
So that leads into a question I have for you, Mr. Portal. Why do you hate the state of Florida? Because you've wrecked Florida State and University of Florida.
Oh no, you wrong, friend. I love Florida. They got the Mickey Mouse. They got beaches, Miami. I love the Florida. It's not Mr. Portal's fault that Florida and the Seminoles are ass. That's not Mr. Portal's fault.
Did you say they're ass?
Ass
Oh,
donkeys.
But
They
you're
are
not
donkeys.
afraid to exploit their assness. Is that what I'm hearing? You're going to go
That's
down there and
That's
exploit?
another show. That's not this show. That's another show. That's my www.onlyfans.com/Mr. Portal.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Portal, I know you had the inside. Who do you you say you're going to Gainesville? Who do you expect to see in the portal in Gainesville?
Everybody, friend, all the alligators will be in the portal, because Mr. Strickland at Florida, he more concerned with building buildings than building football program.
Oh. So when do you get to start talking to those alligators?
I'm waiting on the U-Haul and my Uber. As soon as they finish picking up Billy's and dropping his stuff off, they pick me up.
And that means, so the day that drops, everybody can start talking to you and hanging out with you?
Yes, they lose to Mississippi State Bulldogs, and they come see me, and I destroy their program when I open up for 30 days after they fire Billy.
So you're calling they lose to Mississippi State.
Oh yeah, see, the cowbell is strong.
The cowbell is
Well,
strong.
you're gonna go ahead and make that prediction, and that really. So you're saying you want to strengthen the Bulldogs at the expense of the Gators?
No, Bulldogs is bad too, but the Gators. Mr. Porto is bored and he needs work. Him no open business until December, and so him needs work. So if they fire Billy, Mr. Porto will get to go to work. So go Bulldogs.
And you did say they're ass, so you're okay with that.
He did.
See the nose
do
of the alligators. Yes.
I have a question about your history.
See.
Were you Cam Newton's bag man?
I can neither how you say confirm nor deny that I pay $180,000 for, as the Alabama fans say, scam Newton.
Okay,
You
well,
are familiar with that figure?
I do.
he
I
knew
do enjoy.
he knew the amount.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I do enjoy the way he wears his hair. He's a very sexy man.
So, what's that town in South Florida you said you like to visit? Do you see him down there? What's that town?
Miami.
Okay, Miami. Okay, so do you ever see Cam down there?
See, he does all the cocaines in the Miamis, all the cocaines.
Oh
one
my
time,
goodness.
one time, Scam fight me for a brick of cocaine that washed up from Cuba on the beach, and I punch him in the nuts, and he punched me right in my portal hole.
Well, who got the cocaine?
So,
Lane Kiffin.
Oh goodness.
oh wow.
So what about did y'all have any stuff for Dabo while you were there?
Oh no, Dabo no talk to me. We not friends. He blocked my number.
Yeah, that's what we hear.
Dabo no mess with Mr. Portal.
So,
Are
Mr.
you
Portal,
sad by that?
Oh no, it's his fault. He died. He going his program ass too.
so
It's not my fault. I tried to help him, but I'm stubborn.
I've got a question. I'm sure all Bama fans
So many questions.
they want to know.
See,
Look. I paid you for this, so don't you answer questions.
see, tu correcto.
So, as you know, our beloved coach Nick Saban retired last season,
See.
and when the portal opened, did you just decide to come in and pluck our guys out and coerce them to go to Florida State?
I know decide. They poach. Coach Saban say that they sleep in the streets in Tuscaloosa when they find out he quit his job, and that they come and take the players. And look, I just a facilitator.
So you set the meetings up.
It's no Mr. Portal's fault. I swear. But Alabama, they find they trim the fat and get rid of bad player. And now they got Ryan Williams.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
You know, while we're talking about this, about Alabama and Florida State, you know, you've got the inside on what's going on in Gainesville. What about Tallahassee?
Oh yeah, see, Tallahassee very fun. We play with water guns in practice every morning. Coach Norvell gets up and he sprints past me and he says, "Hey, Mr. Portal, take a picture and post to social media." And I do, and then he goes and gets his ass kicked in football game.
So, do you see any of those guys that left Bama wanting to come back to Bama if Mr. Norvell is terminated?
See, they realize grass not always greener on the other side, but as far as I know, new head coach Kalen DeBoer says, "Suck my big toe, you traitor. You not wearing crimson. F for you, friend."
Is that a direct quote? Because it sounds like it might be. Okay.
Direct quote.
Well,
Quote. He said "F you," not the real word because he knows swear. But Coach Womack yelled the F word in my ear. It's very loud.
So, Bill, you have any questions for Mr. Portal?
I do, just so we can get to our viewers can get to know you a bit.
Hello, viewers.
Boxers or briefs?
We free. Mr. Portal is free. We swing low and proud, sweet chariot.
All right. What do you put on a hot dog, Mr. Portal?
Mustard, only mustard. Ketchup gives me heartburn, and relish is disgusting. So only mustard.
What about onions?
Onions? No onions.
We do have
onions. Made me cry.
All right, we have. You know what? The Dolphins make Hootie cry. So
yes.
we have a question from Portua. We have a question from a viewer. Do you eat cats?
No, that's my Haitian friend. It's no Mr. Portal eats cat. Mr. Portal, he just I prefer tamales. And every now and again, I love the southern food, the shrimp and grits. Chris Chris take me out to place in Florida for shrimp and grits one day, and it's amazing. And then I give Chris happy ending to say thank you.
Hold on, wait a second now.
Don't act like it no happened. www.onlyfans.com/Mr. Portal is there. Go look.
What he means by happy ending, the restaurant has a dessert called a happy ending. It's kind of like a banana split.
Ooh, that's comforting.
I know. I would call it a plantain split. No banana. Banana is too big.
That's very comforting.
No, it was very uncomfortable.
So, Mr. Portal, what do you do in your free time? Because up until like right now, you have, we're assuming Gainesville is going to open the portal soon. Have your services move on in. What do you do for your free time?
I throw the Auburn fans on the social media because they get their feelings hurt, and it's funny. And then I also dabble in NIL, the name, image, likeness.
Okay. Oh. Are you making money, spending money? What is your role in the NIL?
I make the monies because I'm Mr. Portal. I make the monies.
Gotcha.
They pay for me to go to see Mickey Mouse at Disney World in Orlando.
So are you taking like a commission?
Okay.
Okay.
Big commission. My agent is Jimmy Sexton.
Oh, he knows Jimmy.
Well,
Jimmy
tell me. You're not waiting for a U-Haul. You got a rider.
So, Mr. Portal, where, I know I chased you. I chased you all over last week. Caught you in Florida. Where are you? Are you in Florida right now?
See, I'm in Gainesville, just awaiting for them to fire Billy, and then I will open. And I fear that not many people are going to take players from the Gators when I open, just because they're so bad. They're really, really bad. They're probably the worst team in the conference.
Well, we have another question from Lance. If Billy Napier is fired, when does the portal open?
It should be the following day the portal will open, or at midnight the night he is officially fired and removed from program, and I will be open for 30 days. I don't know how that works during the season. This is new, but you can guarantee that when I open during the season, if people take the Florida players, Florida's football program will probably be long gone. So
when the portal,
bless you, friend. Bless you again.
I'm back.
So when your portal opens, how big does it open?
Say the question again. I have to sneeze.
When your portal opens, how big does it open?
It depends. My portal opened very big for Alabama, but for Florida it'd be very, very small.
Very small.
This is not Florida from 2006, 2007, 2008. Right. We pretend every year that they're going to be good like those teams, but they're not. So portal probably be very, very small. This is not for Portal's first time. Florida doesn't need to be gentle, but it's okay.
So are you gonna encourage the players to visit you to remain in school until the end of the semester, or just go ahead and bounce out?
No, they do whatever they want. They're football players. They're no concern with school. They're no concern with the academics. They don't go to class anyhow. So, but as soon as me done in Gainesville, we'll go over to probably to Tallahassee, and then maybe me will go to Oxford, Mississippi, because Florida might hire Lane Kiffin, whom I love. I'm very good friends. He helped me beat up Cam Newton for the cocaine brick on the beach, which you still owe me $10K, Lane, if you're listening, for the stuff on the beach.
So, Mr. Portal, what can you see? Because we've got one of our followers here just asked a question. Do you see, to the other side?
To the other side of what, friend? The other side of life?
Well, Lance asked, do you see Aaron Hernandez in the portal?
Oh no, him no allowed in the portal. Him aggressive. Him come to the portal and then him hit on me, and Mr. Portal like, no, Aaron, no means no, and then him try to shoot me. So him go to prison and him no longer alive.
So, okay, Mr. Portal, just a few more questions. Let's get personal.
Okay.
Where did you receive your education?
Oh, my education? The University of Sierra Leone in Sierra Leone. Hello, Urban Raj podcast. I watch your podcast. It's very good. University of Sierra Leone in Sierra Leone over in Africa. I go and get MD and PhD during Ebola outbreak. I go to one class and they say, here you go, and they give me paper.
Really?
So do you fool with coaching at all? Or you just, we're talking about if Billy gets the axe, do you have any influence on who the next coaching will be?
I don't, but I guess that it would be a big time coach. Florida say they want a big time coach, big Power 5 coach. I think they go after Lane Kiffin, but I think they should go after Alex Golesh from the USF, another Florida team. He's a very good coach. Him give Alabama a headache 2 years in a row. But, it's not Mr. Porto's decision to make. It's Strickland's, but Strickland's busy building large, pretty architecture on the campus. Him not necessarily concerned with winning football games.
What do you think about the rumors that John Gruden wants to go to college to coach?
That's a really stupid idea. John Gruden is a funny guy. He's very football smart, but his experience no translate to college. We've seen this show before. NFL guys come down to college, and it really only worked with Nick Saban. So that would be a hard pass for Mr. Porto, but it's not my decision to make.
So do you think if Gruden was to go be a coordinator somewhere, maybe learn?
Maybe. No comment.
We'll come.
Yeah, okay.
So, Mr. Portal, I know I've only paid you for 15 minutes. And
it's okay, friend. I'm enjoying myself. Your viewers are very nice. Tell them to share everywhere, because Mr. Portal is in here.
They share as much as they can, but I do want to ask you. I'm going to have to run you off because we've got more things to talk about. And
okay.
I don't want any late night messages or transfers.
No, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Probably next week after Florida lose to the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Maybe. Are you married? Is there a Mrs. Portal?
Mrs. Portal, she leave me 3 years ago. She leave with Mr. NIL. Him have way much more money than me. So she leave me for Mr. NIL, but that's okay. Mr. Portal is a survivor, and we will be okay. I miss her. I miss the old days.
Did you keep the dog?
No, she took the dog. She took my graduate transfers. I used to make people sit 1 year, and now she took that too. And Mr. Portal is just not the Mr. Portal of days of old.
Well, it really sounds like Herman Raj said Mrs. Portal's in the portal.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she go in the big portal and the big D. And I don't mean Dallas. I steal the dog back and send the dog to Haiti.
Goodness, not to Haiti.
No, definitely not. Well, Mr. Portal, hopefully we can have you on again.
See, please, I'm happy. This is a good show.
You have my number, and we will reach out.
Yes, and you have my OnlyFans. You can DM me there. $9.99 a month. You can see Mr. Portal give Chris happy ending. Not the kind with the banana.
He's
Not
only
watching
he's
that.
talking about the dessert at the restaurant.
It was not dessert. It was main course.
Disgusting.
Oh my God! All right, well, Mr. Porter, we're gonna let you get back to whatever you're doing in Gainesville.
Okay, thank you for having me, guys.
Hey, if you have any opportunity, get over to Steve Spurrier's place and have a bite.
Yes, Spurrier's is A+, 100% delicious. But thank you for having me, guys. Farewell.
All right.
All
come
right.
Back again.
Later on, Mr. Portal. Let me fix this, Bill.
Chris, what did he do to you?
Look, he's hung
hurt?
up. We had dessert at this restaurant, and he wanted to feed it to me while he filmed. He said something about in his native country. That's a show of respect, and
Okay.
it was just that's all it is. It's
All
not
right.
nothing. I mean, yeah, but
So-
just forget about it. Just act like you didn't.
It's
say
out of
that. Oh,
Hey,
hey,
God,
there
you
he
missed
is.
What's up, fellas?
You missed me. We had the portal in here.
Yeah, how'd that go? I knew he was coming. Chris.
Yeah, dude's hilarious.
He's a weirdo, man.
Yeah, he is a weirdo.
Wow, what happened?
He's offering to give Chris like handies and stuff.
What? What?
Hey,
It's-
I'm gonna step away for a second, guys. I'll be
Do your
right back.
thing. What's up, everybody? I missed you guys. So got Lance in the comment, Herb, Raj. It's after dark, baby.
Hey, Lance, you were asking about who dressed me. I wore a special shirt
What's up,
for you
Chris?
today. I pooped today. There you go. It's a happy shirt.
Oh, K
It's a
Spray,
happy
what's up?
shirt.
Bama Talk, Cat, Tim, Keith, Jay Walker. What's up, everybody?
Urban
Real
Rod,
time.
we love you, man.
It's after dark. Y'all know what that means. We get to make shit up as we go along and just be silly. The
That's
real
right.
show's tomorrow night. But Bill, before Chris
Yo.
gets back, let's talk a little football.
Please.
It's looking like there's going to be 40 plus recruits at this Alabama Georgia game next weekend. And I want to ask you, because you're more centered than I am when it comes to this stuff. If Alabama goes out there and loses to Georgia, how detrimental is that to recruiting?
Well, it's two things. Number one, probably half of this 40 are also highly recruited for Georgia.
See,
So that's one thing. So it's a show off. They've probably already been to Georgia and seen, those ass facilities they've got in the stadium.
yeah,
So that's going to be part of it. The other part of it is, in addition to the experience, et cetera, even if it's a loss, if it's a respectable game, and they see, let's take for instance, I don't want this to happen. Let's say we get gashed in the middle,
yes,
and there's some recruits that are going to be D tackle, middle linebacker types. They can say, "Look, I'll start next year with that. I'll be a starter next year on this field," or if we blow up Georgia, we beat them. I'm thinking we're going to win. I'll give us a score next week. But let's say, it's a push. Let's call it a push. Georgia gets a kick at the end. So whatever, I don't give a crap. But I think it's just about the show and the potential. I don't see anything coming out of this coaching staff that says we are going to be, hot garbage and lay an egg.
To your point, we talked last week in the reaction video. I was talking kind of about Wisconsin's ability to kind of run up the middle of the defense a couple of drives there, which they did.
Yep.
And Coach Womack came out this week and was talking about, I don't think we're a good run defense yet. I don't think we're where we need to be to stop the run.
That's speaking to the team.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think we're there yet. And obviously, that's something that they're going to work on. And then he also made the comment. He added the caveat that they've only utilized about 10% of their defensive playbook, which tells me that there's probably some exotic pressures and things coming Georgia's way that they haven't seen on tape.
Glad you mentioned that, because when we got Coach Womack, and I'm learning about this 2-4-5. Lance, LT lined up wrong a couple of times, but I'll quote Coach Womack on that. When you get TFLs and big time sacks, they make up for the wrong lineup.
Yeah.
And he had some footwork issues too. but I think the motor overcame.
Man, he's good, dude.
Like that one sack where he looped around and came from behind the quarterback and just
destroyed the quarterback.
Destroyed the young man's heart and soul. That actually, he was a little misaligned on that, and look what he did.
Yeah.
So I think what Womack's sending a message that we're about to kick some butt, and then open the playbook. But when I researched it back in January, February, this 2-4-5 3. It's a weird 3-3, but it's a 2-4-5. This hybrid defense can shift into all kind of multiples like that. Yeah. All they've got to do is give a Connor Stalions hand wave here or there, and the 11 on the field know what to do. And they've had 3 games, and they know what to do. And so they're going to be more confident.
They're wonderful, Keith.
Dude, I was sitting there laughing because you're just sitting there grubbing on camera. Sorry, Bill.
Well, I mean, I can't help it. It's gummies. Gummy bear.
He's got a handful of nuts, folks. He's enjoying his night.
No, but what you're talking about, Bill,
right.
I think, and Lance kind of hit it on the head. You know, there were a couple of runs that were big busts. Obviously, there's some busts in the secondary and stuff like that. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow night, but I think, they're going to shore those things up.
Yeah,
and it may happen. Georgia's going to score some points. Let's
and Wisconsin has very competent coaches that are putting them in competent schemes. And you heard the they had that 117 play drive. I don't forget how many points they got off of it, but it wasn't enough to matter. But you heard the announcers say over and over again, the strength of this Wisconsin team is their offensive line. And that's been a historic pattern in the Big Ten, but especially at Wisconsin. And so it in the Bama history, we have a series like that. It just happens. We have a series like that, and then how do we respond? We respond by touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah. And this team does respond to what the coaches are saying. All last week, after that USF game, Coach Womack was talking about forcing turnovers, and Lance talked about that beautiful forced fumble by Malachi Moore.
Absolutely.
And you could tell that's exactly what they were trying to do. They were trying to force turnovers.
Those hands got right where the ball needed to be, right at the right time.
Yeah,
very much planned.
Yep.
Can
we where Wisconsin ranks?
Can we talk about something?
Yeah, bring it on.
Can we talk about the slow starts in the first quarter?
Yeah, we sure can.
Go ahead. I got thoughts on that.
I know where you're going.
I made a video, and it's an unpopular opinion, but I understand. Okay, what did we hold Wisconsin to in the first quarter? Field goal. Yeah. Okay.
Like
He's right. But
Jeff's got a great point.
He does. But what happens? Let's not even talk about Georgia. And I know everybody's basing Georgia off of their game against Kentucky.
Yeah, they're not going to play as poorly as they did.
No. But they're not going to see the talent. Better talent, better coaching.
Has anyone really watched Tennessee this year?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're dynamic.
What happens if we get down 10 or 14 early against Tennessee?
We lose. I mean, if we go down early, like that, we're not going to be able to stop them. But here's the thing with Tennessee, and I completely agree with you, Chris. If they're as good as they look like on the field, that's a tough one, especially going to Knoxville. But it's hard because Tennessee has been playing great
against high schools.
But they haven't played anybody, dude.
No.
They have not played anybody. And Oklahoma's not going to tell us much more because Oklahoma historically doesn't have a good defense. Like they put up 51 against NC State. They put up 71 against Kent State, 69 against Chattanooga. Like, come on, man.
But I mean, who is our biggest so far? 3 weeks in, who has been the best team we've played?
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You
On
really
paper,
think so?
well, on
On
paper,
paper,
it's
The best
Wisconsin, but
competition
in
was
terms
South
of
Florida.
what happened
On
in
paper.
Florida, South Florida.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
lost
I get
Sam
it.
Joseph, man.
But here's where I'm going with this. Why in the hell does it take Jalen Milroe so long to get comfortable and settle in?
That's tough.
I've
Go
got
ahead,
a point
Bill.
on that.
Because I've noticed that too.
Number one, it's the first 3 games of the season, but this is a Milroe pattern. And
You know how many games did he play last year?
all right, it's this. That's why I said it's a
My-
pattern.
No,
It takes
but-
it. It's all right.
Pattern. I know where he's going, but this pattern should have got worked out last season.
I agree with this comment. This isn't what we're talking about, but I agree with this, Lance. 100%.
Yeah, I think Lance is right. Wisconsin and Michigan are equals. Here's what I think with the whole slow start. Number one, when we win the coin toss, what do? We defer. It's a brilliant strategy because you score at the end of the second quarter, you get the ball at the third quarter. But the other team gets to milk the clock, and now we've got this fast clock situation going. And that first quarter, I mean, the other team's coming out and running their 10 to 12 best plays they got, and I think it's just a momentum killer that this new fast clock in the first. And so when we get the ball back, we've had 8 minutes roll off the clock, and now it's like, crap, it's nothing to nothing, and we hadn't done anything. We hadn't been on the field.
Yeah.
Right.
To Chris's point, though, I see his concern because if you go all the way back to last year, to the beginning of last year, it's a trend. Yeah. And I talked about this a couple of weeks ago going into the Western Kentucky game. What I was looking for was consistency across all 4 quarters. And we haven't done that yet still. I will say the one thing, and I'm not making an excuse for it, but just a variable to consider with this season is that there's been a lot of shuffling going on that offensive line all 3 games.
That's right.
And you kind of had to give those guys some time to just get their feet wet. And once it happened, man, we were fine offensively. Yeah, but I understand your point, Chris. You may not have the luxury of that moving through the SEC. Now, the good thing is, and I looked at this yesterday, I kind of keep forgetting that we've moved on to the 12-team playoff model. Even if Alabama loses to Georgia and Tennessee, there's still an 89% chance that they make the playoff.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We get that. But, but you know what looks even better going into playoffs?
Undefeated. But
exactly.
That's not realistic.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Do we really, let me ask you this, just let's theoretically, do we really want to go into the playoffs with 2 losses coming out of the SEC gauntlet?
Ooh.
And then that's a big call right there.
That's a big call.
And then going in and not having to buy the first round in the playoffs.
No, I mean that bye is going to be everything in the playoffs. I venture to say it'll be a long time before a team wins the 12-team playoff who doesn't have a bye. But all Alabama has to focus on this year is making the playoffs. They don't have to win it all.
No.
But they need to make the playoffs to stay relevant with this new. Because if they don't make the playoff, the media narrative is going to change that Alabama is not the same team as they were, and that's going to impact recruiting. So the goal is to make the playoff.
Yeah, it's like I made a comment on a video last night.
That's a good point.
What? That's right. He
kind of get a bye.
Yeah. But you know what happens when you've got a quarterback that is down?
I agree, John.
What he's pressured. Then guess what? He starts trying to force plays.
Yeah.
And then what happens? You start making mistakes.
So what I've already noticed with Milroe this year, and Bill,
go ahead.
Yeah,
just interrupt us. Hold your pen up and interrupt
What
us.
I've already noticed with Milroe this year is you can tell that there's been some talk to him about when to run and when to throw it away.
Right.
You could see it in I think it was it had to be the USF game. He got sacked a couple of times, and everybody's like, throw the damn ball away. And then all of a sudden, before he even goes through his progressions, he just rolls out and was dumping the ball off, right? And so he had to kind of get comfortable and bring himself back into the game. And I don't think Milroe's the best at that yet. I think that, he has plenty of room to grow. But what I'm looking for is progression, and I have seen that in all 3 weeks. I think he's a more dynamic quarterback. than he was last year. He's definitely more accurate. And I think we have to keep, and I know we say this a lot to maybe comfort ourselves, but I really do think it stands true this season. We've seen very little from Alabama's offense.
It's been vanilla. Very vanilla.
That touchdown pass to Cuevas was probably the most dynamic play I've seen so far.
I think that was a statement.
Maybe it was. But and so let's see how Milroe does as the playbook opens up. Yeah. He has a tendency in games like this where we think he's going to perform poorly. He doesn't. Look at Georgia last year. Yeah. You know, I went into that game. Chris, you remember, Bill? I picked against Alabama. I was like, no, there's no way we're winning this game.
You know, I guess
Milroe goes in there and just plays lights out. And runs all over.
Yeah, we've made this comment. A couple of comments have come up. We haven't seen 50% of the playbook.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of screens. We have seen some wheel routes that have been very successful. But I like what John says there. Milroe's not even thrown like 50 passes yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 9 in the first game. He had like 12 in the past 2 games, 15 or 12. So, I mean, the timing is still getting worked out. And I really think there's improvement, but we just aren't – we're scoring so quickly on his 7 out of 9 completions or 12 out of 17 completions. We're not having to see a lot of move out down the field.
Go ahead.
So my thing is we haven't needed wheel routes as much. We haven't needed screenplays as much. We will need that versus Georgia because they're going to bring some exotic blitzes. They're going to come off the edge hard. They're going to try to crack the edges and crush the pocket. And again, we're going to see, all right, it's been 7 weeks since camp started. It'll be 9 weeks by the time we hit the Georgia game. Plus, it'll be 5 weeks of game type practice. So we're going to see incrementally good things. And you made a great point earlier, Cotton. This offensive line finally got to start together.
Yeah, and it showed.
Yeah.
It showed. Now, Chris, something that we may, as Alabama fans, may have to adjust in our thinking. You know, I've been talking, I know during the text thread during the game against Wisconsin, I was like, I want to see a long, sustained drive. Like, we're always scoring on short fields, on turnovers. That's great. But I want to see Alabama go down the field and drive. Maybe that's not what this offense is anymore.
I know, but it's
Washington
like
didn't do it.
When I was texting you last night, I mentioned the time of possession.
Yes.
I understand we've got depth on our defense, but I told you what we controlled it 24 minutes this past week.
Yeah.
That we need 32 to 36 minutes. And if you don't think that 10 to 12 minutes will gas a defense, you know nothing about the game.
Well, you're starting to see it. You could see it.
Yeah.
That 175-yard drive by Wisconsin, that's what was going. The defense was gassed.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of a lot like 2016. We weren't that good of an offense that year. We had a crazy good defense, but we would score so quickly sometimes on these huge, bust coverages and things like that, that the defense would just have no time to recoup.
The best example of that
best
example of that is in the championship game against Clemson. We scored and left 2.5 minutes on the clock for Deshaun Watson to just methodically chew the field.
Yep.
If we had when Jalen ran that touchdown in, I was celebrating. I said, "Oh my gosh, we left too much time on the clock." And I said, "We got this." I said, "No, the defense is tired."
Yeah,
and they got 35-year-old tight end that likes to run rub plays.
Yeah, I also think that it's easy to be really hard on Jalen Milroe, but right now he is statistically one of the best in the country in all categories.
He is.
The guy's accounted for 14 overall touchdowns, more than anybody in the country. He's not playing full games. Same argument we made for Bryce Young a few years ago. Yeah. He's not playing full games.
No.
And he's scoring points, man. Whether it's him, that long ball is still as beautiful as ever. I know everybody's like, we want to see him hit those short and intermediate passes, but he's doing those. He's going through the progression. He's getting better. That man, those 2 touchdowns to Ryan Williams, again, those were like his third or fourth option on those plays, and they were beautiful.
All right, so we've got this quick strike offense that is very similar to Tua. It's very similar to Bryce. But But who do you trust of those 3 quarterbacks tucking it and running it?
Say Bryce, Tua, and Jalen Milroe running it. I'm going to go with Milroe.
Milroe,
exactly.
Well, we see what happens when Tua runs the ball.
He gets hurt. Bryce gets hurt. Tua hurts people. Jalen hurts people that try to tackle him.
Yeah, he reminds me of. I'll say this: he reminds me of Jalen Hurts, but he's a better passer than Jalen Hurts was when he was at Alabama. At this point, he's a better passer than Hurts was. Yeah, I know people don't want to hear that, but it's true. And so, I will say that Jalen went over to Oklahoma, a completely different system, and he blossomed. Now he was playing against teams that had zero defense, but we're starting to see that under Nick Saban wasn't an offensive guy. Our offensive coordinator last year was Tommy friggin' Reese, man. Right. I said this in a video in the offseason. Jalen Milroe didn't trust his offensive line. He didn't trust his OC. Dude, have fun trying to play quarterback when you don't trust your offensive line, you don't trust your running backs, your receivers, and your offensive coordinator.
And the year before that, his OC was Bill O'Boring, who told him he needed to learn a new position. So he had 1 year of no grooming from Bill Boring, and then a second year of a guy who really wanted to put a lacrosse player ahead of him, and didn't do crap for him. And so we've talked about Bernard a couple of times in the comments. What kind of offense did Washington have? Quick strike.
Yes.
Yep. So did Indiana when and so did Fresno, San Jose, wherever it was. And then what I want to see, and I think we will see this, I want to see Alabama put together a 15-play drive to close out the second quarter. Put 7 on the board, come back in the third quarter, and get another 12-play drive, and it'll be similar to how we dominated Notre Dame. Yeah. And I think that's going to happen. When? Not sure. Yeah. But because the coaches, not only they go on TV and the radio, we love Jalen. They say this: we trust him in this system. Yeah. And you mentioned that a minute ago, Cotton. Trust is a huge deal for a quarterback, and he trusts that. He's trusting that offensive line. He trusts those receivers. He trusts his coaching staff. And they trust him.
And I will say, to like, in all fairness to Chris, I completely understand the concern. Like I do, and I agree with some of what you're saying. Unlike some fans who I think are they don't want Jalen Milroe playing quarterback for different reasons. Yes. You know what? I'm just going to say it. It's after dark. They don't want him playing because of the color of his skin. He's not a white quarterback. That's right. That's true. There are Alabama fans who they won't admit it, but that's the reason they don't want him playing quarterback, which is absolutely insane. But you mentioned about him being, in a top tier statistically in the country. You know what quarterback isn't even in the top 10 statistics? That word's hard. Statistically, who? And this is a great segue. Shedeur Sanders.
Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
They claim he's the best quarterback in college football. Who claims that? Him and Dion and the media.
Yeah, and they buy it.
I got a lot of hate over a video I made yesterday.
I saw that short.
Yeah.
Chad, who's the best quarterback in the country? Tell us.
Who is really? Tell us.
Don't say Jalen Milroe. Try to be unbiased here.
Yeah. He. I don't care what happens off the field, what's said on social media, what's said in an interview. You go out there, you leave it all on the field, and after the game, you walk up to the other quarterback and you make that damn post-game handshake. And you can say whatever you want when you're shaking hands, but you do it. You show that respect, have that sportsmanship, and show some character. And, I mean, this kid is not who they want on an NFL roster. I can promise you that.
Well, it goes back to that culture, kind of like what's going on with FSU. When you go in and you buy a team like that, you're buying a bunch of me's. They're not there for the team. They're there because you bought them. Shedeur, I feel like, has a lot of that same attitude. And I mean, he's a kid, dude. It's hard not to with, the way Dion is. Dion's persona is exactly that. But if that's the environment you're kind of raised in, it's hard to adapt that and be able to flip it on and off like Dion does.
It is. But, I got a little bit of hate. Apparently, let's see, and I'm going to call him out and let's make him famous. Over on the YouTube,
the YouTubers,
Matt D8912. Apparently, he says I've got diabetes.
Diabetes.
I heard
I've
you
got the diabetes, and let me tell you something, Matt. If you want to get personal, I'm just going to tell you, if you want to go that route and play games and get personal, I told you why I've got diabetes. It's all the cookies, man. So let me tell you, if you want to get that way, I'll send a pizza to your house just to show you I can find out where you at, buddy.
So
let's not go there.
Matt's mom sure does make good cookies.
Oh,
she does. She puts some special sauce in them.
We're gonna work on your shit talking there, Bill, but that's all right.
Speaking of the shit talking, are we gonna do dad jokes tonight?
We will, but
we should.
Gosh, I had some good ones earlier.
Oh, I got a good one.
Do you?
But I want to get back to Shedeur. I missed that just for a second.
Shedeur.
Shedeur,
sure.
That is some. Oh man,
that's so.
What the hell is going on in Colorado?
It's a circus, man.
Nothing's going on dude. Here's the thing. That's just it. Nothing's going on in Colorado, but the freaking media all season has told you that there's this and that, and there's all this crap going on.
And Dion is selling it to the media. They're scooping it up like ice cream, but it's just marketing. Dion, 18 months ago, I wanted him to have 3 10-win seasons eventually, and then come to Alabama and be the head coach. Now, I don't want that crap near Tuscaloosa because it's all icing but no cake.
Let me be very clear. The only reason I've ever said that I want Dion to come to Alabama was for recruiting purposes, because I felt like he would be a guy that could keep your recruiting classes and keep your guys on campus. In terms of X's and O's, absolutely not.
Well, we thought he would do that, but I don't think he did an in-home visit this year on the recruiting trail. And maybe it was a toe problem.
No, he didn't. I don't want to hear about that too. I have toe problems every day, and I go to work every day.
There you go. We're not the only people that have heard that.
Is he headed to the Cowboys? Is he coming out of retirement? Because he damn sure can't coach.
Yeah, he's going to have to be like a defensive analyst.
Yeah,
he goes too big.
Does Jeff just keep dying?
The ghost got him. He's going to come back and be a ghost.
Oh no, the Waaaay Offsides ghost. That's not good. That's definitely not good.
Oh, and there's the cat.
But I think Keith's right. Well, I wouldn't want Dion with 10 football, and I thought he was on the path to do great things. I said it a lot when we were just doing the radio version. But I think it's just marketing, and he's good at marketing. But again, it's icing with no cake.
Yeah.
So, dad jokes. We're gonna do some of them.
Yeah, we'll do some tonight.
Yeah, we will. Let's keep talking football for a second.
Let's talk ball for a minute. Unlike Jim from Tuscaloosa, who never talks ball, we're going to talk ball. So what? Let's just for a minute.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Yeah, but you still got to step out on that field and leave it on the field.
Hi, Jeff. Are you good? We thought the
Yeah, I'm having some technical issues, but I think
That's
Did you pay your cricket bill?
Yeah.
Somebody
I haven't
said,
been cricket in a few years, pal.
damn Boost Mobile.
Oh.
He's on AOL.
He's trying to.
I still got MindSpring email.
He's trying to stream from his Nokia brick.
His email is like Jeff75243.
No, man, I just had too much Coke tonight.
Oh, and you got a Mexican Coke.
You sure do. Yes,
Mexican
real
theme
sugar.
tonight. I didn't realize.
Hey,
Transfer
man,
Portal was
you missed the
Hispanic.
portal. You missed him. Man.
I don't think he
missed
did
the
either
portal.
until you started talking.
I think he got
man,
a few whiskey sours in him and wound up being Hispanic.
He had something.
Hey,
He,
at one point, he switched over to an Arabic accent and had to
Yeah, I
flip back. I
noticed
don't know
that.
if y'all heard
I was
that.
like, I was like,
No,
is
he had whiskey. He
Hispanic?
had he didn't have whiskey sours. He had tequila sunrises.
Casamigos.
Why did I have to?
Oh.
Why did I have to drink 8? Why couldn't I stop at 4? Why did I have to have 8?
I'll say this: at one point in time, I heard him say he had to sneeze, but I'm pretty sure he was trying to collect himself and not bust out laughing over the mic.
Yeah, it
Pretty sure that's what happened. That's what the insiders are telling me.
Is that when he got asked how big his portal was?
Yes.
He
How
said
wide it was? I think it was. I think he said,
said
how
it
wide
opens-
is your portal?
Said it opens wide for Alabama, but it's going to be small for Florida. That sounds like some prison talk right there.
You know, John, I try not to imagine that anymore because I think we did okay.
Yeah.
I honestly think we did fine. I'm not saying Keon
Yes.
Sabb
I think
is better than Caleb
Sabb
Brown,
and Damani Jackson have picked up some.
but yeah, we're fine. You know, you haven't heard the name Damani Jackson once during a football game live, and there's a reason for
Nobody's
that.
throwing
Because
at him.
nobody's throwing to him.
The dude's locked down, baby. And so, you know, Caleb who? So I think we need to treat him the same way we treat Isaiah Bond, man. He's gone. It's
No.
okay. Let him
Stop
go.
saying his name. That's one way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gone.
We could go back to talking about Khalid Lockett all the time if you want to, Jeff.
Yeah.
Or what
So-
about,
Oh man.
what about that Ajay Hall character?
Yeah.
Talk
What
about
about that wide
$100
receiver we
challenge
had?
being sent
What
in.
about that wide receiver we got that can't even vote yet? That's burning people.
Oh my gracious!
That's
Hey,
why
isn't
I'm not-
that guy only 17? I'm just
Yeah,
making
I
sure.
Only
He's
17.
only 17. In case you guys
that
didn't know.
is
If you
He
didn't,
was
That's why I'm not
just
worried about slow
17.
first quarters because we have Ryan Williams and they
Yeah, he
don't.
can bust it open real quick.
So
that guy's
10,
going to
14
be.
points is nothing. You can
That
score
guy's
that.
going to be
Before
playing
you
in the
get
league.
done taking a
until
piss.
20.
Hold on, before we get off this transfer topic, I want to ask you guys a question. I posted this the other day and I asked if Amari Niblack wanted to come back, and I'm asking this for a reason. I never say anything without there being a reason. If Amari Niblack wanted to come back to Alabama, how would you feel about it? Chat,
We
tell
don't
us.
know.
Yes, no, screw yourself.
No.
Use all the curse words. It's okay. It's
No.
after dark. No? Are we on a consensus no, Jeff?
We don't need him. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
Be
I
fourth
mean,
in a room.
can he help
full?
us win? If he can help
Keith-
us win, I'm open to it.
Keith,
If not, then
look,
no.
Keith,
Quavis
look,
greater than
Keith,
Niblack.
Keith, that's
don't
what
care.
the kids do these days, man.
Yeah, can he help us win?
Yeah,
No.
no, I
Okay,
don't
then
care.
no.
I
If
don't
he
care
cannot
what
help
he
us
does.
win, then no.
I don't care what Ryan Williams does with his fingernails as long as he keeps catching passes.
Yeah,
As long
man.
as there's
Yeah.
not
Ryan
a
Williams'
touchdown.
fingernails.
Yeah.
Who gives a
Hey,
shit about his
right here.
fingernails?
Hey,
Hell,
Hey, Chris, as long as them fingernails are doing this,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's
He's wearing
it.
gloves anyway,
I don't
man.
give a
Don't worry
fuck
about
what
it.
color they are.
I
Yeah,
think
homie's
he's
wearing
wearing
gloves on the field.
fingernails so he can see the contrast of the ball when it.
That could be
It's-
hot pink. As long as they squeezing that ball
Oh.
when he's doing this right
Riding
here.
the pine, Case Spray. Riding the pine. That's what he's
Yep.
doing. But I asked the
Exactly
question
what he's
because he's been posting consistently about
Yeah.
his time at Alabama on social media to his stories and stuff. It's almost
Yeah.
like he's reminiscing. And I feel like he's not the only guy that emotionally is going through that. He's just the only one putting it on social media.
That's right.
Especially
Why
those
was Caden
FSU
Proctor
transfers.
welcome back with open arms in, and Black would not be. What's the difference?
We don't need him.
Proctor
we
went
need
to-
left
Caden Proctor back.
Yeah.
We don't need Black that bad.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
That's
need
what
him.
it
way
is,
I
is
can't
need.
do it.
But Proctor's the
one-
same situation. He bounced, changed his mind, and came back.
I tell you what, man, Alabama fans, I've never seen Alabama fans flip a switch so fast in my life because
Yeah.
everybody was cussing that kid's name even before he transferred. And then, man, the minute he said he was coming back, like, our offensive line is going to be so good.
Yeah.
We're
This
right,
right here.
It is good, but
This right here.
or a little
Um,
hell, yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you
a little
see his? Did you see his latest when they asked him who his
About-
top 5 wide
Yeah.
receivers were at Bama all time?
That was his top 5 Bama players of all time. They're
Bama
all
players
receivers.
of all time.
Ryan
They were
Williams
all
or Courtney
wide
Morgan?
receivers.
Ryan Williams.
No, I
Ryan
didn't see
Williams.
his. I
And
thought Courtney Morgan.
number 5, he picked Ryan Williams.
I'm about to say number 5 was himself. I love
Yeah.
it.
Good for him. I hope
He
put
said
Julio
Smitty
ahead
was
of
the
him.
GOAT, but
Hey.
he said, I'm coming for you.
That's
Okay,
it.
all right.
I was
That's
like, I
it.
love it, dude.
Just stay
Can't
healthy,
even
man.
vote.
Just stay healthy. That's my
There he
only
is
concern.
right there.
Stay
He
healthy.
cooked
Yes.
that poor number 5 for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He scholarship check on number 5 there. He got
Yeah,
he got
seriously.
cooked.
That
Yeah,
boy's
poor
jock strap
guy.
went down to his ankles.
The Big Ten, man.
Yep.
It ain't like the handshake.
Let me ask y'all this: Did we really expect to see him play as much as he has so far this year?
No, I did not. I didn't expect him to be. He started off as like 3rd and 4th option, but he's
Yeah.
moving his way up.
He's blown
Yeah.
past Kobe Prince.
I'm
He's
sorry, but
already-
he's more. I think he's
Usain
more of
Bolt.
a.
He blew past Kobe
Yeah.
Prince.
Oh yeah,
He is a slot receiver, and he is. He eats when in that slot position. Nobody can hang with him. He's got moves like Julio did in Julio's 3rd year.
He's keeping a bunch of other 5-stars sitting on the bench right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You look at guys that we were excited about: Emmanuel Henderson Jr., Caleb Odom. Those guys aren't getting.
You know,
the playing time
let me
that
say
Ryan Williams.
this.
Emmanuel
say
was
this.
recruited as a running back as a 4-star.
Let me say this about him.
Yes, Lance.
There's not a receiver on our team that'll block the way that kid will.
Oh no.
Hey,
He will stay
Oh, yeah.
on you until the whistle blows.
Yeah.
Talking about Hollywood?
No,
No,
E-Man,
talking
dude.
about
Emmanuel
E-Man.
Henderson.
He
Did you
man.
see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Him and Kendrick Law,
He-
man.
he
That was
I'm about to say,
something-
K-Law, man. K-Law
Yeah.
will put you in the ground, too.
Yeah,
E-Man
Coach Hubert.
blocks like a running back. He fits them up and he's get in there and he stays on
Yeah.
them. And it's just like, oh, his roots are solid.
Cole
And-
Kulick posted some
Of
blocking
K-Law.
footage with the wide receivers of Kendrick Law, and it was
Yeah.
it was cool to see because I didn't see that live.
He is getting pancakes out there. He's
Yeah,
going to
Dupree too.
IHOP.
Dupree,
He's going
too.
to IHOP.
I'm telling you, man, I think we're a lot better. I think a lot of what you're seeing, that vanilla stuff, is just a playbook.
Maybe it's all scripted.
I think,
Hopefully.
I think we're
This was the
about,
preseason.
absolutely.
At no point will you ever watch an NFL preseason game and go in the first quarter and go, holy shit, we're in trouble.
Let me ask you this: when Van
When they
Dyke,
do
The
that,
only NFL fans that do that is the Cowboys.
and the Jaguars.
You're not wrong.
Oh, we them boys,
Oh,
we
yeah,
them
you're-
boys.
Super Bowl bound.
And then they let a pitiful Saints team come in and spank their
Hey man,
ass.
the
I think
Saints
the
are like the
Saints are good
highest
this
scoring
year.
team in the football.
Yeah.
In the
I think
NFL.
the Saints are good this year, man.
Well, hey,
I
let's
know.
not forget,
Don't say that to Cruz; he won't come on the show.
let's not forget this. Jerry does not care about W's and L's. What Jerry Jones wants to do is sell merchandise, fill seats in the stadium with hope, and have Stephen A. Smith rant 5 days a week. That's what Jerry wants.
What, Jeff? I don't. In our fantasy league, wasn't there a Saints player that scored like 44 points this week?
Well, Kamara had 4 tubs.
That's who. Well, yeah, Alvin Kamara
Yeah.
scored like 44.2 points. That's
Alvin
Yeah,
Kamara,
he had
yeah,
3
I'm
rushing
sure, yeah.
touchdowns, a receiving touchdown,
Yeah.
100 yards, and something I think, and 50 yards receiving or something like that. I mean, he just killed the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And wasn't
Single-handedly.
if I remember right,
Okay, Lance.
wasn't
Lakers
the
and
Alabama
Dallas
recruit-
going through the big D and don't mean down. Sorry.
What'd you say, Bill?
wasn't Alvin Kamara a Bama recruit?
Yeah, then
Oh,
he
yeah.
transferred to
He
Tennessee.
was in the room, the big
He was
room
in that
with like
stack
9.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, he
That
was sitting
staff
down.
room with Henry,
Yeah.
LT, Tenpenny,
Yeah,
Kamara,
Kenyon Drake, T.J. Yeldon.
yeah.
They were all
Kenyon
in.
Drake,
Damian Harris.
Yeldon. Who was the running back that was going to be the starter that one year and got a DUI? He was number 20.
Was that Tenpenny?
No, it was. I'm gonna have to go look. Or something happened right before the season. He got in trouble.
Somebody will
and
know in the comments.
Blew
I'm
his
sure.
shot.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. I have to look. Tyron Jones, maybe. Tyron Jones, is that his name?
I can't remember.
Jeff.
There's been a lot of good.
Yeah, are you thinking? You may be thinking about a Georgia running back because that's pretty.
I don't
common
think about
there.
Georgia running
Well,
back.
speaking of
I don't think
Georgia,
about Georgia
I
running
heard a
back. I don't think about
stat
Georgia
today.
anything.
I heard a
When I
stat-
wipe
don't-
my ass, I think about him.
I agree, but I heard a stat today about Georgia. In 2 years, 20,
I like your shirt, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
25 bull puppies have been arrested or ticketed for crazy ass driving.
Yes, and they've had a staffer
25
pass away.
and people have
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Yeah, they have a serious problem, and Kirby
There-
Smart's not
that's a
addressing it.
culture.
correctly.
Hey, ain't nothing changing. So
Look, y'all know I do some hospital work. The absolute worst stuff I see is car wrecks related. There was one night on we've got a 4-lane that runs near my house. Jeff knows exactly which one we're talking about. And there was it was about 10 at night, about 5 miles from here. A family was turning across this 4-lane
GTA
get
6.
gas. And a Dodge and a Camaro were racing down this 4-lane, and no lights on, 10:30 at night, and they hit this family turning across the 4-lane to the gas station. The full-size Lexus sedan was cut in half, and the girl that died was found like 150 feet from the car.
God, no.
And this is
I
what
will-
Georgia's culture is.
I will
It's
say, I saw.
deadly.
we need
I
a
saw
sound effect
somebody-
that says like "dark Bill" whenever he
Yeah.
goes into these morbid
Yeah, for real.
death stories.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Brought down
I
this
mean,
after dark, man. You just killed
These
the whole
people-
vibe.
these people
I know.
don't realize. These kids
Somehow we
don't
went
realize.
from
that
SEC
coaches-
football to
Yeah. Well, no, they don't.
Coaches
But
Coaches
I,
aren't teaching it.
I did
I mean,
see.
You're
I did
talking
see a
about deadly mechanisms.
I did see. What's up, Eric? I did see somebody say
Hello there,
that
B.
they literally were they were in Athens and they were at a stoplight next to Carson Beck, who then proceeded to do a
Come on.
burnout and try to race them at the stoplight in his Lambo. And I'm not shocked by that. Like, usually I'd be like, okay, they're just
Come on.
making that up, but I'm not shocked by that. But John, yes, I've actually, speaking of Carson Beck, I've actually heard this too, that he's a little banged up going into the Alabama game with a sprain. And then also Ratledge will be out of the game for Georgia. And we'll be previewing that next week, big time.
Why?
So you don't wanna miss that.
You know, you talk about him and his Lambo. Why do people think Lamborghinis are fast?
Because they are.
As they watch
Not
the
really.
ball run.
Yeah, apparently that. I mean,
If you
Oh,
drive
you
a
can-
Countach,
shit
you
about
run
cars.
fast.
you can, man, you can come right here to Mobile any night of the week. There's a spot here. You can go out there in your Lambo or your Ferrari or whatever you want, and you got a 1983 Buick Regal. There's one here in town, and he will smoke any of them.
Yeah, but it's not factory.
So there ain't no way a factory Regal will smoke a Lamborghini. What?
Hell no.
I'm sorry, it's a 1986.
Oh, big difference.
My bad.
It's a yeah.
Okay.
It's
They're calling
if you know
shenanigans.
if you know anything
Yeah,
about
Maybe a souped up Buick
if,
Regal,
if,
but not
no, if
stock
you know
Buick.
anything about Grand National, you'll know.
Oh man, that's the best car ever made. That black on black Grand National, best car ever made. I wish I could find one.
Yeah, that's
Oh, Chris.
what's
Chris,
that?
you got 251 in here, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
snap.
Yeah,
Chris
That's
is from the
exactly where I'm at.
251.
exactly
Way
where I'm at.
outside Christopher.
No,
251.
John, you don't have to worry about me busting out a Mustang. I promise you.
That was my first car, Mustang GT, man.
I can
Bacon's
tell you,
right.
the first time I
Grand
met you, I knew you loved Mustang GTs and plantain splits.
While we have a lull in the show, do us a favor and please go like, subscribe. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, follow us on our socials at Waaaay Offsides. That's always 4 A's. 3's not enough. 5 is too many. We use 4 because that's exactly how many A's are in the word Alabama. So please follow us everywhere. Share. Tell your friends about us. I just kicked my light. Everything's good.
You're okay.
Anyway, I think it's time to do some Pappy jokes. I don't have a video for this because the old video had copyrighted music because I didn't give a crap and just.
So are we doing dad jokes? I
think we should do some dad jokes.
Yeah.
I think we should do a couple. Let's make the folks laugh. If you've got a good dad joke, share it with us in the comments section.
Hey, all you guys here in the 251, you need to get at me, man.
Get at Chris.
Hit me up on Twitter, or message, shoot an email, waayoffsides@gmail.com, way with 4 A's, and I might have something. I might have some swag for you.
Multi-link. Welcome to the building. Links in the house. All right, I'm going to start off with these Pappy jokes. Are you ready for this?
Wait, are we doing Pappy jokes?
Pop it back up.
Where?
Pop it back up.
That?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm ready for this.
Are you ready for after dark?
Are you ready for this? I got one. All right, guys. Here's my dad joke. How do you make Budweiser?
With 3 frogs?
You send them to school. Give it about 10 seconds. There, Jeff got it.
I just made Bud smarter. I didn't make him wiser.
Yeah, but
All right, so
screw you guys.
So Michael's so ugly.
Screw you guys. Ski guys and get him. Sorry.
Michael's so ugly. How ugly is he?
What the hell is that about, man?
The whole world started a pandemic so he would put on a mask.
Damn. That wasn't funny. That was just mean as shit.
That's not even a dad joke.
Yeah, that's just mean as hell, bro.
Good.
Jeff, you got any good dad jokes?
I'm really sad.
I don't have any good dad jokes.
Well, here, I was at the zoo today and saw
up.
I was at the zoo today and saw a piece of toast.
Yeah.
The zookeeper said it was bred in captivity.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so I got another ugly. Your mama's so ugly joke.
What this? These are dad jokes, dude.
Jokes.
That there's a mama joke.
So mama's so ugly. When she went to the zoo, they shut it down because they thought the gorillas got loose.
Oh,
are we in the freaking 4th grade?
Bill.
Was that not the whitest joke you ever heard?
No, but this one is.
They call Bill White Lightning now.
This past weekend they had a big sale at the Lego store.
Yeah.
People were lined up for blocks.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
That sounds like Panama City Beach randomly in the summer.
What do you call a horse? What do you call a horse that lives next door?
A neighbor. All right, can I tell a dirty one?
Oh, it's after dark. Maybe.
What do you call a kinky dinosaur?
What?
A Pegasaurus.
Oh man! All right, I got one that's kind of on the kinky side.
Bill, there is no way your white ass can be kinky.
And he's out. Okay, guys, back to
So, what does a homosexual horse eat?
Wait, say it again.
He let what, Bill?
What does a homosexual horse eat?
I don't know, man.
Dick?
Hey.
Hey guys, why did the snowman start smiling all of a sudden? He saw the snowblower coming.
Yeah, I drink to that. We should get Transfer Portal back in here to tell some dad jokes.
I was.
These are some white jokes.
Should we do that? Should we bring them in?
I was robbed by 6 dwarves today.
By 6 what?
6 dwarves.
Dwarves. Okay. I was like,
yeah, not
He
happy.
said 6 whores. I was like, that's awful.
Not happy. What?
Not
Where'd he
happy.
go?
Well, tell me
Uh-oh.
about your Six Dwarfs robbery.
My pet mouse Elvis died today. He
Oh,
was
man.
caught in a trap.
And I can't get up.
What's happening?
Oh, just
I
when you
don't
think
know.
it can't get any
This is
worse.
a different. We
Oh.
go to Fox News.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Mr. Portal is back.
Hello, guys.
Hey,
how do
got
we
any
how do
dad
we
jokes?
fix this?
Make me the big camera.
Do you
Make,
have
what,
any
I don't
dad
know.
jokes?
We don't know how to do that. There he
There
is.
he There we go. Hey, who allowed Bill to tell his jokes are absolutely terrible. So bad. So bad.
Bill is the whitest white dude ever.
Bill, you also should be more nice to Cotton.
Well,
You should know call him ugly. Hey guys, what's hot, pink, and wet?
We.
A pig in a hot tub. Whee!
cricket. Is that right before you cook him? We call that parboiling while I'm here.
Oh, Bake got a good one. What's the difference between a snow woman and a snowman? Snowballs.
Ah, snowballs. I like our snowballs. Hey,
That we sounded like those videos when it has the little people doing high jumps off a toothpick.
hey guys. You asked me earlier about hot
little
dogs.
people.
What I like on my hot dogs. What does a hot dog use for protection? It uses condiments. Condiment.
Hey.
You get it? You'll get it condoms. Condom mints.
I
they
will get
minty?
that. I have a beeper, Lance. It's called.
I don't think that's
It's
what
called
he meant,
Mrs. Bill.
I know what he meant.
I have another dad joke. It's a little racist. Is that okay? It's okay. I'm
All
Hispanic. I get to, okay. What do you call an Italian hooker?
What do you call an Italian hooker?
A prostitute.
A what?
A prostitute.
Am I a mother?
Hey,
Rigatoni.
it's a me, Mario. So, Mr. Portal,
Sí, señor.
you earlier you were speaking with a Spanish accent, and you just went full blown Italian.
Listen, I am a man of many cultures. I'm not prejudiced in any way. I don't know what you want me to say, man. Like shit. The fuck, man? You put me on the spot like that, Holmes. What you do to my dog, Vato?
Cheat.
So,
Oh,
well, I meant to ask you earlier. What kind of music do you listen to?
And me? Salina.
So what?
Salina.
The one that's out there now, or the other one?
The dead one?
Hey, watch her mouth, Essie. She's a queen where I come from. Oof. Put your balls in a vice grip, Holmes.
That's
She's still-
yeah,
She still ain't breathing, bro.
What is it? He said he needs a tech support portal.
yeah.
Thank you. Come again. I'm calling you about your car's extended warranty.
So you are just multicultural, aren't you? Tell us about your ancestry.
he said, I like to offend all races, not just
How many
one.
grandmothers do you have? Mr.
Yes, I
Portal?
am the Dave Chappelle of Way Offsides. Everybody gets picked on.
Everybody gets picked on.
Laddie daddy, everybody. Holy moly donut shop.
Holy moly. What the hell does that mean?
You are not a man of culture, I see.
So,
AC Slater. Preppy.
See, Eric gets it. Eric says you've been watching the movie Friday. Yes, I love Friday. You see?
Is that about your life?
You like Hector?
Oh man,
It's
Yeah.
Angel Dust, Holmes.
Yes. I've been locked up. No more locked doors. Gracias. Go Flea Biscuit.
Oh,
The baby Joker.
pop this comment on.
Jojuan. Yes, we will stop by your restaurant.
Uh,
Nobody
You have any
beats
more
this
questions
man.
for Mr. Portal?
Do you know any hip hop music?
A heap, a hop, a hippie to the hippie to the hippie to hop. You don't stop the bang bang. Straight out of Compton.
Good enough.
All right.
Thank
that's
you.
good.
I will be here
Hey.
all night.
Hey, were you in Boys in the Hood?
he's not allowed to talk about that till a
Yeah,
lawsuit.
see,
Okay.
thank you.
Lawsuit
Jeff.
pending.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jeff.
yeah, he's
Transfer Portal have don't come to mind, but it's not. It's
Were you
not
trying to
appropriate
get? Were
for
you
the
trying to help
internet.
Ricky?
Oh no, Ricky. Yeah, I offered him a spot in Transfer Portal, but he gangbanged and got shot in the ass.
He couldn't run.
Yeah, they wanted him to play running back at USC, but he can't outrun a guy in a car with a shotgun. It's
Dang.
okay. They worked out for USC. They got Reggie Bush.
All right, so,
he's
yeah. I guess you helped them facilitate that move.
No, the Transfer Portal. That was all. That was NIL. They paid Reggie.
So, Mr. Transfer Portal,
Just Mr. Portal, please.
Mr.
You have to say it, not
Mr. Portal,
Portal.
Mr. Portal,
Thank you. Sir.
Portal.
Thank you.
So, how old are you?
How old do you want me to be, friend?
Well, this version of him, or
No, I'm asking the questions. How old are you?
You did.
that's classified.
You didn't ask me that before the happy ending, friend.
Golly, Moses. So,
I was old enough for you to buy a banana split for.
Yes.
hey, do you have any Rolexes I can buy, Mr. Portal?
No, but Shador Sanders has lots. Ask him.
Okay, so I'm looking for a
You're right.
Rolex.
So, you have any more jokes you would like to tell us?
Yes, I have one more.
Okay.
Uno momento, por favor. Hold on, I'm reading the internet.
So, have you ever heard the one about ants in your pants?
Yes, my uncle, God rest his soul, is gentlemen, what did the horny toad say? What did the horny toad say?
Well,
No.
I don't know. What did he say?
Rabbit. Rabbit. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye. Good night, everybody. I've been Mr. Portal.
That guy is
God.
weird, but he cracks me up in a good way.
What? Whose idea was that?
I don't know. We need to find out about what's that. You know, it's that Coke that he fought Lane for that's messed him up.
I think so.
Yeah, man, my stomach's upset. We're good though.
Hey, I know we got a legit show tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Any games this weekend worth watching? Because there ain't no Crimson on TV.
Isn't who is USC playing? They're playing Michigan. That should
They're
be
playing Michigan.
Yeah. I think I don't have my notes with me, but
Oklahoma.
there's
Tennessee
a
are playing.
Oklahoma, Tennessee. But I got a feeling that that's going to be
It's gonna be a blowout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami USF's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must be
Auburn
good.
and Arkansas. I'm gonna laugh so hard if Arkansas beats Auburn. And they look.
No
they
chance.
have. I don't think so, man. They've got the recipe to do it. They run the ball well. They can keep the ball out of Auburn's hand. Watch.
Yeah,
They
but
got
they have
Bobby.
Sam Pittman. They have Pittman. So.
Yeah.
I understand. but
And
They-
Jordan Hare. You can't win when you have Pittman and the Jordan Hare voodoo. It's
But
You're right.
unless
Yeah.
you're the
Bob-
Cavaliers.
Harley Bobby.
they don't have Pittman.
Harley Bobby has coached in both facilities, so he knows how to do it.
I'm gonna laugh so hard because they're doing the same thing they did with Peyton Thorne after week 1
Yeah.
with
Yep.
this Howard Brown kid.
You know what these guys did? This is so funny. they put in Hank Brown, and that really sounds like a euphemism for taking a dump. But they put in Hank Brown, and
It does, you're right.
and then all message boards. Oh, coach is just sending a message like Nick did last year that the best quarterback is really the one he said's the best quarterback. Blah. No, they don't have a quarterback.
Cal did beat Auburn. Are you talking about? You mean Arkansas?
Cal's playing for Florida State this
Yes,
week.
they are going to beat Florida State, and that will be glorious. But at a certain point, watching Florida State lose is just not fun anymore because you expect
No,
it
it's
at this
just
point.
And
Speak
you know
for
what's
yourself.
happened with that?
Just like screw them, man. I hope they lose everything.
What's
Hope
great
y'all
about
have to
that?
go to the ground.
I got good friends I love dearly that are Florida State fans. So this is
Me too.
hilarious to me.
Sucks to be
So
them, bro.
one of the funny things about this Cal situation, if Florida State starts 0-4,
Yes.
that means Norvell gets the buyout of the better. He gets a better buyout than Gus. got.
He's not. They're not going to buy him out. They're not going to buy him out.
They'll
They're
ask
just not
him
going to
to
get rid of
retire.
him.
If he can hold on,
if he has like 2 bad seasons in a row, they probably will. But
not yet.
if he has a terrible season this year, they just gave him a 10-year extension. They're not going to buy him out.
Yeah, they can't, man. They
After
look like
year
little
one.
fools. I'm with you.
Eric's got a good point. Cal beating Florida State is worth it just to see Danny Cannell flip his flipping lid.
yeah.
Oh, hey, did you guys see who commented on my post earlier in the week?
It doesn't matter.
You got
Danny
remember
Cannell?
remember Stan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was Stan.
that
Just
stand.
before your time. Yes. And he started, so I was talking about Billy Napier, and he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. There's no way Florida's going to fire him. He's got a $74 million buyout. I said, hold up, Stan. It's like, first of all, I don't know where you pulled that number from because
It's 26.
it's $26 million.
Are we talking
We'll
about
have
the
that
same?
on
We're
lunch.
talking about the same stand.
The Stan that
knows-
tried to
that
shut down
knows-
Classy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That knows people.
Yeah, that says he knows people. who work in
Man,
the
Stan
finance
can
office,
kiss
president's
my
office.
big white ass.
Yeah,
All
his name's
Stan
actually
knows is what he's read in
Steve.
a magazine.
Where, Stan? Are you watching? Where did he
Can you
comment? Was
give us
this
some
on-
backstory for those that don't know anything about Stan?
Yeah, so before we moved over to YouTube, we had we did a podcast on Spotify. Same thing. It was just no video, and we were part of a different network, and there were a bunch of people in there, and there's one guy in there, Classy, who was creating an Alabama-based closed
Is this
news
the
story.
same one on Twitter?
Yeah, really cool
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It was blowing up. Well, this guy Steve Middlebrook messages him and
Oh,
tells him,
yes.
yeah, how he's going to get
Yeah.
sued and this and that. And we're like, he can't sue you. He doesn't own elephants, you know. And
Yeah.
pretty
'Cause we
much,
bought some gear from Classy, and he had to
I
send
did
us our
too.
money
Yeah,
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we call him Stan so he don't
we
get
call him
pissed at
Stan
us.
just to be a dick, but his he pretty much acted as the university and strong armed
Yeah,
Classy. and
I remember
shut him
that.
down when they really had no legal argument. To
And
shut
I
him
think
down.
what he did, he ended up contacting someone at the university.
Well, he works for the university.
And Classy had some
Like
good
that-
looking
he's like, I
stuff.
work for the university. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. So I used to too, man. Nobody cares.
You work on these
I-
nuts.
I ordered a 3/4
Stan?
zip up one. I was
I
excited.
did too.
about it.
I got
And
the
then he
yeah, I got the
fucking
yeah, I did
send
too.
my money back.
Where,
He's like, I
I wish
decided not to do it. And I was
somebody
like,
get
damn.
Stan's email at the university.
Steve Middlebrook. That's his real
We
name.
find his somebody get if he works for university, he's got an email.
Oh, I'm sure I can find it. I've got access
Find
to the
it.
directory.
But you know what? We need to send him about 250 to 300 emails a day.
Alumni. Yeah, he works something with trademarks, but like
Yeah.
the problem is
Like,
like,
like, he sticks.
Hey,
he's sitting
find
there with
out
the
his
stamp.
office number. Put an ad on Facebook Marketplace that
Selling
you've
a
got 2 Taylor Swift tickets you're going to sell for $100 each because you can't go. You're just trying to get rid of and put his number.
kid
And say, but
got
only
sick.
call. Say I work third shift. Only call between 4 and 6 a.m. or something like that. You know, and
He-
I only
he's
know
not-
this
he's
because
not
I did that to
lying.
somebody before, and it was fucking hysterical. Not for him, but for us, it was funny as shit.
let's mess
It was
with him,
Garth
man.
Brooks tickets, and this was at the time. This was like '96
Yeah.
when Garth Brooks was like, lines
Yeah.
down the street for
I
miles. to
call
get
the
tickets
thing
to his concert.
rodeo. Yeah,
I mean, he would put on a hell of a show back in the late
yeah, he still
80s.
does.
Garth Brooks is he's been accused of being a serial killer.
Oh God!
If Keith Whitley hadn't died, we'd never know the name Garth Brooks.
Well, Garth Brooks is single-handedly responsible for the pop culture country music scene.
I believe
Absolutely.
it. I believe it.
Chris
He is.
Gaines.
Yep.
Because their murder was committed on Music Row because of Garth Brooks.
Georgia.
Well, I was talking about late 90s Garth Brooks. That's when I was into him.
Georgia.
All right, guys. I think
It was sick. Man, put on a good show, but yeah.
Cotton, how many buttons you got snapped on that hat?
3.
Damn, boy, that's a big ass head.
I got a big head, man.
You do, damn, you do, man. That thing looks like, boy,
Yeah, I got a noggin, homie.
man, you got shit. That ain't a noggin, bro. You look like Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
You look
What
like
it
a
Bill?
warhead.
Look, Bill.
Everybody froze. Okay.
That is the only. Bill, don't eat that. Bill,
Put him down. Jeff took him out. All right, guys, it's about time to wrap up. We do have a live show tomorrow night where we will be talking actual college football, much more than we did tonight. We'll be breaking down the slate of Saturday's games. We're going to be making picks. What else are we talking?
hold on, wait. Let's.
That's good. That's good, Bill.
Did you make it out
Did
of
the
bed?
missus
first?
wipe all the way this time?
Did you
She's
make
not
it out
itching
of
all week?
bed? Hey, let's stop. I just saw a comment I need to talk about. I've seen David where somebody said David Pollock come out of hibernation, but let me tell you, I think what's his name? Jesse Palmer.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video
Oh yeah, he
of them
eviscerated that
ragging
poor
the
bastard.
kid? He said, "Oh, he's going to turn around and he's got a mustache. You can definitely tell he's in the friend zone."
Yeah, I saw that too. John, to answer your question, we talked about that earlier. I think Tennessee's good offensively. I don't think you can really tell how good they are because they played a bunch of high
We
school
don't know
teams.
anything about them really.
We'll see. They'll get
Other
a
than they beat
test
the
this
shit out of the
weekend.
bad teams.
Yeah, bad teams at home. So we'll see
Yeah.
what they look like.
They
This
did
weekend.
exactly what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to kick the crap out of those teams at home. That's exactly what you would expect them to do. So we don't really know much
please
about
do.
Tennessee.
Everybody follow
Thank you,
Joe
Please
Duran's,
do. Go on.
lead and make sure you're
Yeah.
setting notifications up. But we'll be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. We got a good show
will.
coming up. Be there or be
Come
square.
to Couchcasters at 7.
Yes,
board.
Couchcasters at 7.
We broadcast an hour before, and then right into
Look, Bill's giving the USF horns down.
Go South Florida Bulls. New Florida coach David Koresh or whatever. his
We
name
sure
is.
will. Yeah, we'll keep doing them.
David Koresh.
I'll be honest. I've been a little slow with the uploads lately. It's a crazy week, but we'll get back on track here soon.
Yeah, like I said, anybody in the
Koresh,
251 try to reach out to me. I'm not going to put my phone number in the
Thanks, Keith.
comments because but
Good.
email us, find us on Twitter or something.
All right. As always, you know the drill. Say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands. Horns down. Beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.